man, after going through all that stuff with going through those debates with Garland, after the second debate, I had the whole European vegan movement reach out to me. So it's been really cool to have this international effort to get Garland Farms. And I met all these new people, and it was just really inspiring to see, how just the vegans are kicking ass right now. We're doing really well as far as content and as far as having these debates with these guys and getting them down to the brass tacks and being look, most of this stuff you guys are saying is absolutely untrue. That's where it was with Garland. Man, that dude, it's frustrating when you put so much energy into something and someone just kind of ignores it. I was watching Garland on your show the other day, and he was just saying all this stuff that I had just gone through we got him to concede to these things that now he's still, talking about, we looked at all the numbers. We looked at the crop death numbers. We went through everything down to brass tacks about soy and, ethanol and all this stuff. And he conceded on the show, and then he just continues to go do his stuff as if it never happened.
The vegan activists started out by saying that their diet does not kill animals.
Why do you choose to pay for murder when you can just be vegan?
I proved them wrong with my Vegan Kill Cult series. So then they admitted that factory crop agriculture does cause untold gargantuan amounts of animal suffering and death, as well as environmental destruction, but claimed that the vast majority of crops are grown to feed livestock, especially soy.
If you're worried about animals being killed in the production of soy, then maybe you should stop supporting the industries that use 3/4 to 4/5 of all the soy that is produced.
Then I proved, using the vegans' own citations, that 92.49% of the world's soybeans are processed to extract the soybean oil, and 100% of that oil is consumed by humans. The byproduct left behind after soybean oil extraction, called soybean meal, is then sold as a livestock feed for a handsome profit. This implies that the vegans' goal of eradicating all livestock from the earth would not decrease destructive factory soybean cropping because of the ongoing demand for soybean oil. So the vegans then claimed that if they do succeed in criminalizing meat and eradicating farm animals, that destructive soybean oil cultivation would be replaced by massively increasing palm oil production, since there would no longer be, according to these vegan activists, a market for soybean meal as livestock feed.
So chances are what's going to happen is that if everything gets turned on its head, they're not going to bother using soil because it'd be inefficient, and they will move to another oil. And if they move to something like palm, for example, which only uses a very small amount of land compared to soy, there could be a huge, huge difference in the amount of crops that are grown, the amount of land that's used.
Well, it's about a yield, right?
However, there's a couple of major flaws in their story. For one, palm oil cultivation is already causing massive deforestation and habitat destruction. Secondly, if vegans succeed in robbing us of available animal-sourced nutrition, there will be a deficit of more than 128 trillion grams of high-quality protein globally, which will have to be replaced, and then some, because plant protein is less digestible and less bioavailable. Soy protein, while less than ideal because of deficiencies, can be extracted from soybean meal. So when I confronted two of these vegan activists about where they expected us to source our protein in a vegan world, this is how they responded. Can you tell me where you're getting your protein from?
It's not about where I'm
pretty
getting
much
my
everything.
protein from.
Everything has got protein in.
Broccoli.
So 100 grams of broccoli contains only 2.8 grams of protein, while 100 grams of beef contains 26 grams of protein. Not only is broccoli abysmally low in protein, but broccoli has a protein digestibility corrected amino acid score of 0.64. This essentially means that the protein in broccoli is only 64% digestible by human beings, which means that while on paper broccoli contains 2.8 grams of protein per every 100 grams, the reality is even more pathetic. 1.792 grams of protein per every 100 grams of broccoli. Suffice to say, while vegans like to prance around screeching that a well-planned vegan diet offers all the nutrients your body needs, they've actually not come up with a plan at all to make a vegan world succeed in anything but massive global starvation. I've offered to help them iron out the deficiencies in their plan. Let's see if they follow through.
So what I think what we'll do after we wrap this up tonight
Yes,
is
we might need to come back to this.
Get back together.
Yeah, we'll do
and
some
then
research.
We can figure out how much crop agriculture will have to increase
Sure,
in a vegan world.
sure.
We
Yeah.
can speculate.
We can estimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.